Well, hello there. It's me again. And today we're just going to be doing a little tiny bit of a foundation routine tutorial. At least what I do in my foundation routine. So first things first, once again, we always have got to start off with a primer. And primer is honestly the best stuff on earth, because without it, your makeup will honestly look like shit. So we are going to get started with some primer. And I'm just using like a neutralizing green primer from Makeup Forever, the Step 1 Equalizer. And I'm actually just going to apply this with my fingertips, just so I could really push that into my skin. So just massage that right in. And definitely focus it anywhere where you feel like you do have a little bit more redness on the skin. Or where you have like larger pores, which I really kind of don't have, but I definitely have some redness. So, just gonna grab a little bit more. Rub this all over my bald head, so I am nice and even. So then from there we're actually going to get right into the foundation, and the foundation that I'm going to be using is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation from Makeup Forever. And I am the 140th shade, 140. So I'm just going to grab my Makeup Forever little kabuki brush. Just going to start getting this applied to the face. And pretty much the main difference between this and the original HD foundation, I just feel like this one is more of a cream rather than a liquid. So I feel like it does build up a little bit more coverage as well. So I'm just going to kind of buff that all over the skin. Definitely going to need a little bit more than that. Boop. Little pump. And this foundation is a 4K foundation. And so pretty much that means that if you have a 4K television, you cannot tell that I have makeup on. So, and I have a pretty damn good camera, so you guys can be the judge of that. Just gonna need a little bit more. La la la. And it definitely has more of a natural finish too, which I love. If anybody, or if any of you know me, I love to look super dewy. This one is definitely more natural though, which I can totally appreciate though. Alright. So got that foundation on all over the face. And then I'm going to kind of get into sculpting the face. And I'm just going to be using the STILA, what is this called? Shade and Light Custom Contour Duo. Kind of looks like that. So it's just 2 shades. You don't need 6 shades in an entire palette. I mean, you have one face, so why would you need 6 different shades? So I love this for that main reason. And I always start off with the highlight first, just because I feel like you get a higher contour. So, don't mind this ugly brush that I'm about to use, by the way. Seriously, one of the ugliest brushes ever. But it does the job, and that's all that matters. So pretty much just applying it to where the highlights are always going to be hit. Maybe a little bit right in here. since I want to look anorexic, I want these cheekbones nice and defined. You can even bring that into the brow as well, just to give more of a true shape. Just like that. And honestly, it does not have to be perfect by any means, because we're just going to blend this all out anyway. And then from there, I'm actually going to get into my concealer. And the concealer I'm going to be using is the NARS Creamy Concealer in Custard. Seriously, the best concealer ever. And I'm just going to take my adorable little tiny beauty blender and just pounce that onto the face. Really, you want to think of your under eye as a triangle. So, just kind of apply that all over the under eye, almost like in a triangle notion. Pat it in so it doesn't move on you. And get your beauty blender wet. I meet so many different people who don't know that you're supposed to be getting your beauty blender wet. It is quite important, just being the fact that the cells inside of the beauty blender actually expand when it does get wet, so the makeup doesn't get, you know, sucked inside of the sponge. It kind of just sits on top of the sponge. And bring that all the way to the tear duct. Just like that. So from there, I'm just going to actually start the contour, which is my favorite part because I love to look super skinny. So as you see, we have that highlight. So I feel like if you start with the highlight, not only is it going to give you a higher contour, but it's also going to, you know, kind of already drill out the shape that you need to drill out. So just like that. And another thing about contouring, make sure your contour is, you know, a little bit more straight versus going diagonal. So as you see, it's definitely, well, let me make that a little bit more straight. Just like that. So it should honestly be pretty straight. So you don't want diagonal bone structure because that does not look real whatsoever. Now bring this into the hairline. Not that I have hair, but you know, we can totally improvise that I have it. The nose. And I would totally define my jaw if I did not have this lovely beard that I have. So since it's already kind of defining my face, I'm not going to really need to use that. So this is how my contour looks before I blend it. And now I am going to blend it. And I'm just using that same kabuki brush that we applied the foundation with. And the whole point of a contour is you don't want to be able to notice that you have a contour. I'm sure we've all seen it on streets where you just totally notice a harsh line. The whole point of contouring is you don't want to see the colors. You just want them to be, you know, blend seamlessly. So, blend, blend, and blend. Just like that. And like I said, you know, your contour does not have to be, you know, perfect. Like, you don't have to make sure your lines are, you know, completely perfect, just because you will blend everything out. And it's super easy to fix. A lot of people use the Pink Beauty Blender for, you know, kind of blending it all out. I definitely like a brush for this. I feel like, you know, with a beauty blender, I'm just going to constantly be dabbing my face like 1,000 times. My skin is quite sensitive, so I can't really do that. So now that we got some structure, got that foundation, got that contour, got that highlight. But like I said, I like to appear super dewy. So this is honestly my best friend. It's the BECCA shimmer. It's honestly freaking amazing. And this one is in Opal. So the trick with this, you only need a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. And now this is definitely precision. So be careful with how you apply this. Get good lighting just so you can see where the natural lighting will hit it. So, right in there. You can even smile. Get that apple of that cheek. Because you want that apple to glow. And if the apple doesn't glow, then put more on. And honestly, this is another amazing, amazing brush. It's the BECCA. I think they call it like an all-in-one brush. Because you could literally do anything with it. It imitates the beauty blender, imitates a contouring brush, it imitates a highlighting brush, a foundation brush. You could literally do anything with this brush. So now that we got that dewiness and my apples are glowing, we are just going to set this in with some powder. And I'm going to be using the Anastasia Powder Contour Kit. And my best friend, the Sephora 79 Pro Contour Brush. And once again, smile so you can see your actual structure, because you don't want to, you know, make fake structure, because people will totally be able to notice. And you know, feel for your bones. I don't understand why people don't feel their bones. Like, you know, feel this. You can see exactly where you need to put this, you know, product. So, you almost want the apple of your cheek to the ear. And, I'm sorry, from the ear to the apple of the cheek. You never want to start from the beginning, because you're always going to apply the most products. And when you're dealing with the darker shade, you do not, I repeat, you do not want the color to start into the center of the face. You want it to blend towards the center. So, grab a little bit more. Just like that. Same thing for the other side. And this is really going to set in that cream contour. So, pretty important, you know, for it to last all day. Just like so. So you see how I'm still dragging that towards the center of my face? That's literally what you want to do. Gonna kind of blend out that nose a little bit. I actually want it to be a little bit more defined, so I'm just gonna plop some powder on there. And you almost want to go up towards the nose, so once again you get that high contour. I'm gonna even bring that into the eye just a little bit. Because if you just contour your cheekbones, people are going to be able to notice that. You have to contour your whole face. At least I feel you do. So, from there, we are actually going to apply a powdered highlight, just so we can also set this in. Now I'm going to be using the banana color. I think that's what you call it. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's the banana one. It's this guy right here. Banana. So I'm just going to apply that underneath the eye. And if you like more of a matte look versus a dewy look, go a little bit heavier with the powder, because it will totally mattify the look. But being the fact that I like to look super dewy, I am going to go kind of a little bit more light with it. Just like that. So that's pretty much it as far as the contour, the highlight. We've got the concealer on, we've got the foundation. I'm just going to kind of set this in with my best friend, the SMASHBOX Primer Water. Honestly, I don't know what I would do without this product. It is seriously my holy grail. It's honestly amazing. So, and you can see how much I honestly use that. Have that much left. So we are just going to set this in. Now this is a primer water, so you can use it before you apply anything, but being the fact that I had redness, I definitely wanted to use a neutralizing primer. You can use this to refresh your foundation throughout the day, so if it becomes a little cakey or you start to get some crevices, spray some on, it's completely taken care of. Or you can use it as a setting spray, which that's what I just use it for. And that's pretty much it. I'm just going to put on some mascara, which I'm going to use the Diorshow. And I definitely have a new camera angle if you don't notice. So you can actually see what I am doing. Oof. When you start to feel kind of bitchy, you know you did a good job. Woo. Awesome. I actually really like this mascara. Holy shit. It's honestly amazing. I think I found a new best friend. It was my first time using this guy. Oof. Well, there you have it. I will leave in the description everything I did use today, or tonight. But yeah, I hope you really enjoyed the video. If you did, please subscribe. I'm trying to build my brand, so please, please help me. And that's about it. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah!